Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. Glad you can join me of Happy Accidents. Got a little something special for you guys, as I say every week. Um, See, I've been playing this game with my friends, and let me tell you something. This game will put your friendship to the test, I tell you. I'm gonna be drawing the Gunslinger from Remnant 2. And I guess I'm not too familiar with these types of games. I forgot what you call them, the Dark Souls. I've heard that term mentioned a couple times, and I've actually been enjoying it. And I wanted to kick off this Halloween season with this game. I mean, it's not really a spooky kind of game, but it's up there. It's got its own little fear and fun stuff. Kind of scary stuff going on. But yeah, I thought it'd be cool to um, kick that off because I am going to be start drawing Halloween stuff, guys. Big fan of Halloween, of course, you guys know, and I've drawn probably a few good stuff. So, yeah, like with the sharks and the things like that, I've been drawing. Any hooser. Anyway, this game, yeah, I've been enjoying it. I mean, and my favorite character, the favorite I've wanted since I should have pre-ordered them, but my favorite character is the Gunslinger, of course. And you guys, I don't know if you know this, I'm a huge gunslinger advocate. Cowboys, Indians. I was a big fan of Wild Wild West. Will Smith's character, the gun, twirling the guns and stuff. Big fan of that stuff. And even some of my characters are really based off gunslingers. I just like the outlaw. The gist of it. Just the characters. I love these tough guys. And they just do their own thing. They're just badass guys. So, anyways, this guy. I'm going to be drawing as one of my favorite characters, the one I'm using, one of the characters I'm using. If you don't know the game, you can have like two types of characters while you're going. I originally started as the hunter. So, without further ado, I'm going to get to it. So, but yeah, and let me know what you guys think of this game. If you guys are playing it, it's Remnant 2. I'm enjoying it, and like I said, it's hard. Me and my friends, whew, I swear to God, I mean, I kept saying every battle, I'm like, I love you guys. So I wasn't sure if they were going to be, if my gamer buddies were still going to be friends with me. So, but this game will test your friendship, and yeah, well, let's get started. Actually, I'm going to be drawing this on Photoshop, guys. I think it'd be a little bit better for me. I don't really like the way some of the pictures have been coming that I've been posting, but but it's always the same thing. So, and I also wanted to start over and show you guys the format. So, this is what you guys, if you're going to start drawing Photoshop, you can. I'm going to show you how I set up some of my pictures. So go to start a new file. And then I have some of these that I usually use. The 11 by 17 is kind of like my comic book size. If you see this is the standard for all comic books, but we don't need to do that. I have it set up here 8 by 11. It's just basically the size of a normal piece of paper. So I always set it to inches. I mean, you can use pixels if you want, but for me, inches just works because I'm always, size things up. So, but here I'm going to go with 8 by 11. And then there's not much to go. You set the inches to pixels and inches. Army color, white background. And this for the resolution. I always set like, a good resolution is about 300. This is just like how many pixels and then all that junk in there. You don't really need to like have anything more than 300. Actually, I think 300, I've seen people probably have a little bit more, but I've always used 300 and it seems to work well with me. If you need a little bit more, if you're working with, maybe if I did 11 by 17, I could probably go a little bit more, but 300 is a pretty standard. I've never really changed it. I've always kind of used it, so it always works for me. So anyway, we just go to create, and boom. This is about the size. If you were if you were to print this out, this would be about the size of a typical office sheet. Just any kind of standard paper. So then let's get started. So grab your. Actually, guys, I'm excited to say that I've gotten my pumpkin spice season has already started. I've already had 3 so far. I got a little left over from last night, so. Oh, that's good. Anyway, grab your coffee, grab some snacks, and just kick back and let me do the work, guys. Or you can draw along with me. So, let's get to her. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, guys, I also want you. It's the same thing as I do with the sketchbook. Just add a layer. You can leave this background. This is just the background for just your typical background to keep. It just covers up these little square things, which is kind of like just a palette behind the paper. but we use that to cover that. So, anywho, just leave this the way it is. You don't need to do anything with it. It's just something to cover up that. So this is going to be our drawing. So I'm going to change this to, let's just say outline or sketch. Let's put sketch. And then whatever you want, outline, sketch, just something you know. And I'm just going to be using the brush. And I just changed it to like a gray color. You know, nothing fancy. And let's just get to it. So I don't really like draw like this. So usually I always have finished drawing. So, but so it's just typical drawing when we start drawing the torso. It's just faster with me with the Photoshop, guys, because I can do this all just with one hand. I have my other hand here on my keyboard, so. And we're just getting the portions down. So how are you all doing? Hope you all having a good. Well, Halloween's gonna be starting this. We'll look forward to that. I'm happy about that. All my friends are. We're all like, summer's over. We just had a major storm here in LA, so crazy, isn't it? So, guys, I wanted to emphasize, like, this is how I've done this a million times. Ooh, change my eraser size. Yeah, look. This is just how you draw your standard typical head. I'm just gonna be drawing them, you know, nothing too fancy. He's just gonna kind of be standing there. I'm just gonna be drawing a half body. You know, just draw the torso. See, from mine, I'm gonna have mine pointing this a little towards this end, so he's gonna have a little bit of a angle. And actually, I mucked up. Sorry, guys, because I want to get in this little. I'm gonna be drawing this the way I draw my normal cartoon character or my common characters, and I want to add a little bit of a tilt to him because he's gonna be holding his gun. Just draw. Just get really loose. And I want his hand right about here because I want his shoulders a little up because then he's going to be a little bit tilted. So, just, this little side. By the way, that move I just did there, guys, all it is, I hit L for the lasso, and all the lasso does is circle what you want to do stuff to it. I hit Control T, and you can adjust the size. And you know, this is just my way of doing. A lot of artists do this to save time. You Control T, and then you can move this way, or you can size it up. And then the neat little trick, it saves time. So, and you can draw something big and then size it down. That's what we're going to be doing. So, and always stick when you're drawing with the body. Just stick with just little shapes. So I'm drawing his arms. You can always adjust later. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but guys, don't worry. Size that down. Side. I forgot I have the rest of the paper, don't I? Probably go back to making it bigger. Oop. And I have my keystrokes set up to where I want, so it's just nothing too fancy. It's B for brush, E for eraser, or I could just turn my pen around. And I'll go over one day. I'll go over my supplies, what I'm using for it, but I'm just using a Wacom, nothing fancy. So, and don't focus too much on the pose, guys. Well, actually, the pose is important, but just pick a pose and stick with it. Because it really doesn't really matter, what he's doing. Because if it's a cool enough drawing, people are not gonna really care. It's only if you're really trying to get like the proportions down, then that's the only thing I can really stress. But this wasn't, nothing really too. The proportion just kind of gives an attitude. Like if you're drawing like a feminine character, mostly a woman, but whatever floats your boat these days. If you're drawing a character like that, the pose just kind of establishes the kind of character. So if he's a tough guy, you gotta draw him. You gotta give him tough guy poses. If it's a feminine character or a woman, you gotta give him something, feminine. So you gotta study the difference between. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but You have to study the differences between men and women, guys, and creatures and whatever, you know, and find out what they're like, you know. So anyway, but yeah, and that's what you have to really do to kind of you know, distinguish, you know. Yeah, give me your head. But yeah, and this is really good gold I'm giving you guys, because this is about character development. This is a tough guy. He's a gunslinger, so he's got to look tough. No girly men. I don't care. So okay, so what I'm gonna do is I got my pose down. Just use circles and shapes, guys. Just to establish some anatomy right now. So I'm trying to breathe through, so I got my sketch done. So what I'm going to do here is turn the opacity down, and then I can just draw over this. And now we're going to be doing, I'll label later, just I'll do, oh. Okay, now we can start drawing this guy. So let's see, I got my reference. Yeah. Just a little, okay. Let's see, got my eyes. So remember what I said, guys, eyes. Actually, I'm just going to go back to doing black. I'm going to skip the head, guys, and I'm just going to be doing the details now, you know. Um, but I implore you to do a second layer of just the outline. Remember, guys, eyes. Always one eye in the middle here, guys. Always one eye apart. So, here's the nose. And luckily, he doesn't really have a face. His face is mostly covered, so we're gonna get my cowboy hat. Oop. Cowboy hats, you know, not too bad. Just give him a little, kind of like Indiana Jones kind of looking hat. I'm gonna give a little bit of a tilt up here because he's gotta look cool. And we'll smooth out the lines later, guys. Just getting the base drawing down. I'm just gonna be doing this on one layer, but like I said, guys, I implore you to draw. I implore you to draw. You know, don't do what I'm doing right now. Now it's kind of weird, but like, I don't want you to be skipping a step and, you know, missing some details, because the drawing is the most important, guys. Because once you get the drawing down, you get the angles right and the proportions and stuff. Yeah, everything else just falls into play. You know, and I implore you to have references, guys. I'm looking at, like, I got a couple of books right here. You can't really see them. I wish I can show them, but okay. Oh, and the brushes, guys. I'm just using a soft round brush with the with a pressure sensitivity. You can go and change it in the brush settings right here. It's so I told you that the harder I push, so I can do little lines and then do big lines for the harder I. So just a matter of getting used to the pressure of it. So he's got this little. Let's do. Got the little rag going. Little tough guy. Zoom out. Okay. So guys, I'm just gonna go back and do this. This isn't working. I think you're right, Team. You know what? I'm such an idiot. Try to skip the steps, but you know what? Just gonna have to bear through it. It's okay. And this is the same thing with any of your drawings, guys. If you ever excuse me, if you're ever drawing, just switch to a darker pencil, darker graphite. If you're working with a pencil and paper, it's the same principle when you're using a computer. I told you these. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. That these skills are virtually, um, they're transferable. In fact, I've seen most artists, even like you can actually just bring um, what do you call it? Uh, Computer to your life drawing class if you guys are in school. Most teachers allow it nowadays because it's becoming so mainstream. And there was a couple of people, it depends on the class, but for the most part, it was always okay for the professors or teachers, whatever. They never really said much, you know. Get the news. And we're just keeping the drawing nice, not lice, nice and loose, lice. And also, guys, I want to stress that even though I'm using a reference, I'm not copying the drawing. I'm drawing some details, but really it's just the details I'm gathering. This is really like my own drawing, so to speak. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, I'm having a little trouble drawing the head right now. I went a little too high. Well, just trying to get the face down. Luckily, you don't have to worry about his face too much, but looks like the rag is pretty close here, so I'm just gonna get rid. It looks like he's just. I thought the chin would kind of show through the rag a little bit. It's alright. Let's get the rest of the drawing in because I don't want to get fixated on the head right now. Let's see. This should be easy though. He's covered in still another rag, kind of drifted him. He's got like one little armor. Let's just get this stuff in, guys, and we'll just kind of sculpt it along the way. Because I'm wasting too much time focusing on the head. Anyway. I'm using the wrong, I guess because I'm using a little backpack going, so Yeah, see how, guys, I'm wrapping the drawing. I'm using the reference, but I'm wrapping the drawing around his about the body that I've created. So it's not the pose that I'm using. The drawing is actually I'm using a drawing. I'm actually used a drawing that I want to use for another character. So I thought it'd be cool to do a new pose that I never got to use. There's a little belt buckle. I love a good belt, guys. A belt can really add a little bit of an attitude. Always give the belt a little bit of a tilt, a little bit of attitude. That's what I'm saying, guys. These drawings, you can have so much attitude even just from a belt, because the belt will show like if it's hanging off or if it's not proportional, like, because he's too cool to be pulling up his pants kind of thing. Exactly. So, little wrinkles in the pants. Only thing that sucks, he doesn't have a holster on his leg, so we're just, because in the game it just kind of sticks to his gun, just kind of sticks to his leg, so nothing really. Give him some wrinkles, and we'll just kind of adjust them later. I know it doesn't look like much, guys, but I promise you, this is just how I work. I'm kind of a strange artist in that. But we're also, like, kind of drawing a little bit, a bit more different than I normally got these little, there's armor. Plus, like I said, guys, I mean, I'm trying to get this done as fast as possible, so. Hands, let's just draw them down. Let's give him let's just give him a closed fist. Not really in the mood to draw. By the way, guys, to kick off, we were playing. We did a little. We did some Dead by Daylight, but we also did this new. What do you call it? Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. It's pretty dope. Kind of like that. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you're excited for Halloween this year. Hopefully we'll have a good year. I'm betting on it. Yeah, just keeping it loose, guys. I'm just keeping it loose. Nothing's set in stone here. I forgot the golden rule, so all right. Get him holding his gun. I'm no problem with his rifle or his pistol in his hand. Pistols, kind of. The only thing I'm really drawing is just to get the way it looks in the game, because I'm drawing it, get the likeness in the game. But it's still kind of like, it can still kind of be your own interpretation, guys. Doesn't have to be exactly. Oh, and if you guys want to draw straight lines, let me show you. So if you put a dot somewhere, so I put a dot here, and then I hold shift, and then I click, boom. Instant line. For the barrel. Do it again, boom. Look at that. This, just to get those straight lines. Okay. Sorry, hammer. If you guys don't know guns, I'm a bit of a gun fanatic. I know a lot. Some minor things, but nothing too some. I hope you guys just take these drawings. They're just more like lessons. These aren't like full-on projects. At least not yet, so. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys if this is not like detailed, and because like I said, these guys, you know, when I start to do live streams, I'll be able to do more detailed and more finished projects. But this is just me. We're already at 25 minutes, and you know, this is just for fun for you, for you kids or for you adults who are just learning to draw. You know, just to follow me because I'm more of always been like a visual learner, guys. That's just how I am. Um, I'm telling you, like, you know, it's funny because I've been arguing with my friends. Like when we're playing the game, they I swear to God, they hate my stinking guts when it comes because I'm always asking questions like, "What does this ring do? What does this ring do?" You know, because I can't freaking read for snot, guys. I swear to God. Not that I can't read, but I mean, like, you know, I'm more. They don't understand. I'm more of a visual learner. If you show me something, how to do something, I can instantly pick up, like just like that. You know, that's why you guys, I want you to see how I draw rather than just me telling you, oh, just do this, do that, because you're not gonna get it. You know, you have to see it for yourself. My friends, I swear to God, they could pick up a game. They're so good at gaming, and I'm just having a hard time keeping up, especially with this game. You know, it's tough, but these legs. Uh, Legs are really tough, guys. Always, you know, legs and hands. That's the worst. But just draw it your way, guys, and then add the details in accordingly. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. Don't draw it, because otherwise your drawings are not going to look right, guys. Doesn't I don't like the way this fix the hands are too small. You know what I mean? You have to. That's okay. We'll just. That was my neighbor coughing. You guys heard that? Oh, extreme close up. Whoa. You know what, guys? I hate to do this, but I mean, I don't really like this drawing. I'm gonna go with my original idea. Actually, I had this idea sketchbook. I think this is makes much more of a pose, better pose. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Sorry, didn't mean to waste your time, but I'm a bit of a mind changer. Okay. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I had this really cool pose of him just, you know, I just didn't think it fits his personality, but you know what? I'm gonna make it work. Doesn't really have to, but I think it was more interesting what I did with his hand. I'll show you. So I had his hand like this, but it's still the same thing. He's gonna be I have a head tilt. And like, if you guys are wondering how quickly I can always draw a body, I mean, it just comes naturally to me. I mean, I've been doing this, you know, a long time, and even still, I feel like the body's not like always, you know, there's always things you can improve on. So, but like I said, it'll just come naturally to you guys. You know, drawing the torso, drawing the stomach, you know, where the proportions are. Remember, your elbows are about a little bit above your waist. So, like, your elbow, if you were to decide, is a little bit above your belt. So don't forget that. You're gonna be drawing like that. Remember, just shapes. When you're just for drawing the first one, just shapes. Just stick with that. Oh, that's better. I think that's a lot better pose. Don't you? By the way, guys, don't be afraid to draw through your character. Don't, if it, like, see how I'm gonna have him draw like this, his arm drop on the side. Don't be afraid to draw through your character, you know? Oh, actually, we're just getting the pose right. Remember, guys, that's why I call the show Happy Accidents, because there's no mistakes. It's a matter of figuring out what you want. If I please. Okay, this way. I'm just gonna fix this handle, but I'm still keeping the idea. I'll show you one. I'm just deciding how to put the arms. I want them spread a little apart, though. Remember, guys, this is a comic book, so or comic character. We want to make him as interesting as possible, even if it's just a cowboy. You're drawing a horse. Try to make it as dynamic as possible. Remember, just have fun with it, guys. This is supposed to be fun. Remember, don't forget to smile. If you're not doing this with a smile on your face, guys, you're not doing this right. So let's just, you know what? I got an idea. Let's I'm not gonna draw the whole thing. A little bit of a cape. Because he has a little bit of a cloak. Uh, Still given a hat, his hat has a little bit of a tilt on this side. Let's see. Okay. Damn it. Tilt. Tilt. Good angle on this. add a little bit of a dramatic to it, with even with the cape, just to have it like. Let's see. Let's just have him. Or maybe I wasn't gonna do it. Remember, guys, the more you have a tilted body, so see how he's more tilted this way, so you won't see much of this hand rather than this one. Obviously, you can see the whole thing here. You know. And oh no, no. Had a panic attack. Uh, we'll just give him the details. Details, details. My friend Jaster would say. He hates my guts right now. Almost lost my temper the last match. I swear to God, guys, the last boss. Whew. He will test your friendship. I'll tell you. We're almost at each other. Like I was almost at each other because we're all telling, "Oh, you gotta do this, gotta do that." We're all like indifferent about how to beat it. You know, I think I need a weapon more powerful. My sniper, because I'm more of a sniper, guys. I like to be the hunter. That's what I first started out doing. I would have been the gunslinger, but I didn't know that it was something you can, you know, unlock until you could have, if you pre-ordered the game, you could have had them already, but obviously I didn't. So, but then I was so determined to get this character, and I finally did. And I've been happy ever since. And I'm gonna lock this layer, guys, so I don't mess with it. So, make sure you be aware, guys, because a lot of times you'll be working on the wrong layer. Oh. You'll be working on the wrong layer. Like you'll be working on this one, and all of a sudden somehow you got to this one, and you'll put everything in there. Because basically the layers, guys, I should explain on Photoshop, but these layers, this is what goes. Think of this as like two pieces of paper on top of each other. So I'm working on this because this is on top of this, so this is above this. Layer 2 is above layer 1. That's why. So whenever you put an order, so if I were to put color, color would go beneath the inks, in between the drawing and below the ink, something like that. I'll explain that one day, but you get the gist of it. Okay. Yeah, I hope you guys don't mind me being a little quiet. I'm just concentrating. But I'll keep talking. You guys don't want to hear my voice too much. But yeah, but I was saying, what was I saying about the sniper? Yeah, guys, I like to snipe. Kind of my thing. It's always been, I don't know, just it's always been my favorite part of games. Friends, they don't understand. I like to be the guy. The thing is, like, it's funny. They don't really realize that it's kind of like a savior mentality, guys. I like to be the kind of guy like to hang back and and help my friends out when they need it. You know. So like if my friend's being grabbed by like an enemy, I like to be the sharpshooter to get him off. I shoot because I care. Get the Now you guys know my secret. Hopefully they'll hear this and understand. Like, hey, I just like to be a savior. I just like to save. Sit back and help you guys out. Yeah, a little more closed. There's no muscles on this guy. He's all clothed up, so he's got armor on. Gloves. Those gloves not the same. Got a little armor piece right here. We'll put that in. And same trick, guys. I'm just gonna do. Yeah, I figure this video is gonna be a long one, guys. That's alright. Gun. Oh, crap. Go away. I hate these. Don't do this now. Sorry, guys. Oh, oop. I just want to get rid of these. There. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I couldn't remember the combination of that. If you don't know what that was, that's the rulers. You don't really need those. I tell you guys, technology has its perks and it has its bull crap. About the trigger guard. By the way, I'm definitely gonna give you guys a lesson one day on how to draw guns, guys. Don't worry. Definitely, that's gonna be right up my alley. Cause I've been drawing guns since I was a kid. I know. Got me in trouble, of course, but you know what? We live in a freaking bunch of wussies in this world. I grew up on movies like Predator, guys, and I was always drawing like Arnold Schwarzenegger with his big ass gun and stuff. You know, it was always so. Eh. All right. Uh, I get that. In. I mean, I hate to use the excuse that I don't have enough time to get a full drawing, guys, but I'm gonna make it in. Actually, not too bad. Look at that. Ooh, that's not. Take that out. Oh, I think the waist will flat, but we'll fix that. Okay, the armor. Oh, and tell me, guys, I forgot how I'm so stupid. Let me know what characters you guys use if you're playing this game. If you're enjoying it, you know, having a good time. I really am, guys. I'm gonna keep playing this game, even though my friends are because they're gonna move on. My friend Jaster, he's a gamer. He does his gaming channel, so he's always got to keep up. You know, occasionally we get the bros back and have some bro time. I mean, like, you know, bro time's important, guys. Don't ever take it for granted. My friends got me back into gaming, and honestly, like, it's been, you know, especially after COVID, and I've been through a lot. I know I've talked about it before. I've mentioned, you know, I've gone through things in my life, you know, and he's really inspired me to you know, do this channel. I've been wanting to do this channel for a long time, guys. I just never, you know, every day at work, he's always asking me, when are you gonna do it? When are you gonna do it? When am I gonna see videos? And it just gets to the point, you know. Trust me, guys. If your friends are annoying you, they care. Okay. Now those are the friends you keep around, and he's a good guy. He drives me crazy, but you know, trust me. Those are the people in your lives, guys, that you know, never take for granted. So, got a little belt right here. Yep, I'm telling you. Much as it gets on my nerves, I know he just wants me to be better, you know, better when we game, better, you know, when I'm doing this channel. Sometimes I just make these videos just to shut him up. Alright. But he is what it is. Uh, Here he's got his armor. And we don't have to see too much of the armor on this guy. Because remember, his shoulder is kind of tilted, so we won't see the whole thing. But you can get, yeah, that's a pretty good look of it. Still, you can kind of see it on his shoulder. So, let me fix it. He's got like a little backpack strap going on. I want to distinguish that. But yeah, dude, don't ever take your friends for granted, guys. I mean, it's just like with me in video games, guys. I was never like a competitive guy like the way most of my friends are and stuff. And they play, you know, Jaster has to play because he has to put on a good show. You know what I mean? Who wants to watch, you know, a channel, you know, where everyone's just sucking? You know what I mean? Let's just playing for fun. But you know, oh, whoops. Oh. But yeah, who wants to use a? People want to see the best of the best. You know, I mean, I something. You know, I do this for fun. Really, if you guys will watch my channel, I'm just grateful for that. But you know, I mean, it's great if I can make this channel even bigger than it was. Because, like I said, you know, the thing is, guys, you know, when you're doing this kind of stuff, you should always think like, how can it benefit me or benefit other people? That should always be on your mind, in my humble opinion. Because I'm telling you, if you make things work for other people, for yourself, and for other people, You know, if you work hard to put on something for people to enjoy, it'll show. That's what people want to see. If you ever want to start a YouTube channel, you know, just think about, you know, how does this benefit me? How does this benefit somebody else? And you'll get there. You never know who you help. I'm telling you. I've been. If everybody was just a little bit nice, this is something I just posted on Instagram. A post, and I kind of, if you guys are watching this and if anybody wants to know what that post means, see, the thing is, guys, like, and this is something my dad's always talking about. The world would be a lot better place if we were all just a little bit nicer, you know. And I'm always faced with the dilemma, and I'm always telling people that, like, I'm always meeting people that somehow they just need like advice. I don't know why, but okay. Did I get to tell you guys about the belt? And that was in the last room, but still, like, see how I have the belt tilted? Oh yeah, that's good. Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, the if you have a chance to help somebody and talk, even if it's just a conversation, take it. You know, you never know who you may help. You may save someone's life one day. You know, people. You know, we have a huge mental health problem in this country, guys. Some people they just can't take it. You know, maybe it's to say I hate to get all serious on you guys, but like, I mean, this goes hand in hand with my work. You know, I mean, I hope to think that my work inspire. I've been inspired by plenty of heroes, and of course, God is always my biggest. I mean, if you guys don't follow God or whatever, I'm sorry, but I'm a God fearing man. But you know, I turn to characters too. It's not unusual to turn. So there are some people who think Captain America, maybe Captain America saved their life. You know, all thanks to these creators who come up with these ideas and for all of us to inspire to. You know, many of my characters are inspired. You know, Punisher was a big inspiration for me for my character. You know, a lot of my characters are based off soldiers, and soldiers. Let me tell you something, guys. A soldier is my celebrity. If I ever meet a true soldier, you know, in real life, that's the kind of guy I like. I mean, you know, I have my favorite actors and actresses, and if I met them, great. But let me tell you, if I ever meet a soldier, you know, I would know those guys to me are the real heroes. So, like, I get all giddy when I meet a Marine or someone like that, you know, just because, you know, like whenever, you know, the problem is nowadays. I mean, I can't believe people even pose as Marines nowadays, but God, sometimes, I mean, try to keep my faith, but when I see stuff like that, dude, it really is a sick world. When a guy poses, it's called stolen valor, guys. You can't believe it. Yeah, there are some people who can, you know, you can pretty much buy uniforms. You can buy like just about, you know, real uniforms. You know, yes, man. Please don't do that, guys. So I can't believe I even told you that, but yeah, please do not. You are a scumbag if you do that. But anyway, but like I said, yeah, soldiers. You know, that's just what inspired me. These guys who, you know, he's got a little armor plating here. I'm not too familiar with the story, but I'm gonna understand like the roots is like the enemy. It's like this. All the enemies are kind of plant based, so have a neat little twist to it. Wow, we're almost an hour. Well, try to sum this up. Let's try to finish this up as much as I can, guys. Let's just do yeah. Try to keep these lines very loose, guys. It makes all the difference when you're doing a drawing like this. See how I'm just like adding these little things, and these you could just fill in with blacks. That's what I was actually was gonna do. You know, just try to keep these little. I'm just gonna give this guy a fist. I keep doing the legs too short. Pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna keep this in because it's kind of like a seam in his pants anyway. So, because he's wearing cowboy pants, so him a little bit wider. Yeah, the problem I hate with drawing like a computer like this guy is like drawing from. Oop, is I can't see everything all at once. I have to get in close with the details. So let's just start filling some of the details and all that. But yeah, I start filling some of the details. I can't see the whole drawing. Oh, little. Get a little cross hatching going on there. And always keep oh guys, if there's a cape is like prime real estate for dynamics, guys. That's why I love characters with capes. Oh my god, like a orgasmic, the perfect opportunity to you know have something big and flowing, makes them a little more dramatic. Because remember, dude, like your character is most likely on a roof or an environment outside. There's always wind going, so keep that in mind. The environments will help you, establish a character. If he's in a big city, he's on a high-rise building, Batman or whatever. Things are going to be moving. Got a cape, got a strap, got a headband. Got a little bit of crossing. Remember, this is just a comic. Oh, I don't want to do it fully black because I don't have time for it, but and I may actually come back to this guy, guys, because I actually had an idea for a drawing that I want to a little bit more detail. Details. A little bit more shading. Shading along his hat. I wanted to be like eyes. I'm keeping no pupils because I think it looks more badass. It kind of fits his character. Like, these are kind of like wrinkles, so just got a bunch of those in. Okay. Remember, this is just for fun, guys. I mean, this is not advanced stuff because I don't know who's watching my channel. Kids, adults. I don't want the kids to think that they can't. Because this is very intimidating, guys. Even this kind of drawing is as always add a little shadow to this, guys. Because remember, you're turned to the side. Your shadow, you're gonna have a lot of shadows coming up here, dude. Because it's along the body there. And add a little. Remember the armor, guys. Add a little dark spots like this, kind of leading down. This is armor. It's metallic. We got little. Like that. Yeah, a few more to his pants. Yeah, we can get it. Remember, guys, this is a new experience for me too, because I'm not like used to trying to get drawings out this fast. I get I get a little embarrassed with some of these drawings I've been putting out, but you know that's not exactly. But it's a work in progress. And let me tell you, some guys, you can always make a crappy drawing look good. A lot of details, and just like my advice is just cover up the worst stuff that you're not so good at. If you're not so good at drawing hands, it's okay to cover them up. You know, that's what I did with here. You know, instead of drawing hands, I just kind of close the fist a little. That's not too bad. Bad actually. Yeah, you know what? This is my time about. I'll just work on this. I'll give myself another couple minutes, guys. Then I'm just gonna end this. So if you guys wanna just skip the end, it's fine. I'm not really gonna be nothing really to say too much. I'll keep talking, but I'm just gonna be finished up the details just so I have a finished drawing here. Yeah, guys, never give up. And you know, treat your fellow man good, okay, guys? Because it really feels good in the end. It helps your soul in the end, I find. Because let me tell you something. There's some days that I wish I could be, you know, calm and coolly collected. Because it's mainly for you guys to keep your peace. You know, I implore that's what I'm saying. Like with the when I was trying with my poster, because today I was trying to figure out whether if I should help this person. I've actually been like last night, I was talking to a I guess you can consider a friend, and she was telling me like some things going on in her life. She was having a bad day, and then you know I was trying to give her some advice, and she just like bit my head off. You know, she was just not. You know, and I asked a few friends, should I just let this person be? Should I leave her alone? You know, as a friend, I was trying to come out. You know, because I just you know for me guys, it's just like I have this utter need to help people with my work, with money, or whatever. If someone, you know, if I could give you the shirt off my back, I could. I mean, I would. So it's just that kind of. I'm just that kind of person. I just think if the world just a little bit more like this, you guys, you know, can take anything from me. Just treat your fellow man good, or woman. I'm sorry, anyone. You know, it's better for you. It's better for all of us. I just think the world would be a lot better place for it. And I'm not, you know, I hate to sound like cliche, but yeah, it's that simple, guys. Sometimes I'm not saying you have to be Miss America or Mr. America. So just you know, no, I forgot something. Oops, got the strap. But I'm just saying, like, you know, if everyone was just a little bit kinder, like even just opening a door open for somebody or having a conversation. I'm telling you, sometimes I talk with people all the time. They tell me their stories. They tell me things going on in their life, and then you know, sometimes that's all they. I think like my friend last night. I was trying to just listen. You know, sometimes that's all it is, guys. You just need to listen, hear them, because a lot of people these days are not being heard. But I just didn't appreciate her attitude. So you know that was where I was kind of like upset, and I could have just said something. Problem is, I don't know whether if I should give up or not. But I just think you know people just need. All. If they're not, you know, having to just leave them alone. Let them do. Let them learn on their own. And sometimes, like yeah, you can listen, do what they need to do. Listen, be there for them when you can, but like also be there. Not don't be there for them all the time because some people have to figure things out on their own. So I had to, and like I said, I had a lot of friends who wanted me to do stuff, and I said no. I don't want to game. I didn't feel like it. Eventually, I came around, and look at me now. We're all gaming together, we're having a good time. I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing my family. That's what it's all about, guys. See, that's what this everyone in society is trying. you know, our governments and things like that, everything that's going on is trying to keep us away from our friends and family. That's why we all work to death. And you younger kids will understand this, you know, won't understand this, but you know, you adults who are watching, you know. And the best way to combat it is just to be with your family, with your friends, and don't give in to that. Let me tell you something, all the things, the stupid things you buy, you know, I could spend every last penny if on other people. I'd rather do that than buy it for myself. You know, I mean, I like getting I'm a big toy collector, guys. You probably can guess that. But honestly, if I could spend the money on other people and help, I would rather do that. You know, helping someone or just you know having a party and or just you know taking my dad out to lunch. Swear to God, trying to get him to to pay a paycheck for. I mean, to pay the bill for him. It's like pulling teeth. But I just got lucky that I just you know I see other people suffering. And I can't help it. So that's what this challenge for you guys. You know, pretty soon I'm gonna be doing a little more different videos, guys, because there's things I want to say. I don't want to say too much. I'm just trying to like keep this video going. But yeah, not too bad for still a little more. Nothing too fancy, guys. Oh, there's a just draw a little head on here. Design. It's a belt buckle, so he's gotta be Texan. Yeehaw! I wish I could color this, guys, because I'm really good at getting like the leathery kind of color. I had to draw this strap when I was a kid because I was drawing Leon from Resident Evil, and he has the strap for his knife and his holster and stuff. My teacher, I swear to God, said it was like the best leather he'd ever seen. Leather drawing the way I did it. So ever since then, I kind of have like my confidence up when it comes to drawing like leather straps or holsters and stuff like that. So that's not too bad. I don't want to overshade. I did it this arm just to you know add a little bit. Actually, we could just. Sorry, I thought you thought we were done. Yeah, I like that. I was gonna do more shading, but let's just we finish up this guys and then we can get on out of here. You are free. A little shading up here, but no. I'm just trying to create these little wrinkles on his clothes. Keep these. That kind of works. See, look at that. See, look at that, guys. It just, you know, I was gonna shade some more, but since it didn't make sense to have one arm shaved, shaded, and then nothing else after that, so this is like it's fine. It's my longest video, but you know, dude, I was a little bit indecisive in this, but that's just because you know, so many cool poses so little time. But I actually might revisit this and draw like a completed thing for you guys. So I'm just trying. Taps going for. But yeah, guys, if you have any advice on dealing with people who are, you know, they're just going through a tough time. The problem is she's just a young person. You know, she's only 18. You know, I just wanted to give some advice. I mean, I swear, I meet the weirdest people. You know, 18 in your life. I mean, what does that say for things that are going on? But you know, like I said, guys, if you could just keep your heads and help other people when you can. I still can't believe it. 18 and just like life, she already like is miserable, going through stuff. You know, I mean, I was dealing with some stuff when I was 18 when I got out of school. You know, but never like this. You know, but You gotta help each other, you know. I don't want to give up on this person. No, I'll let you know what happens. No, help your fellow man, your fellow person, guys. That's all I ask. Please. I'm telling you, you'll be a lot happier. I'm always happy when I can, find something to do for, something like that. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to. What's my name? Spell it out. I always just put the year, guys. I mean, I don't really have to do like the whole. You know what year you did it. And yeah, let's see how we did. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, guys. There we go. So, yeah, I hope you guys learned something. I'm gonna do a. I'm gonna end this right now. You guys are probably about done. But yeah, there's our gunslinger. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed my rants and my talks about life. And yeah, I'm gonna end this. And yeah, guys, have a good night. I'll see you next week. And then yeah, Halloween will be right around the corner. So just look out for drawings like that. So have a good night, everybody. Remember, keep on drawing. Don't ever sleep.